As far as the chaos we find ourselves in these days, it's difficult to say which side pulled the trigger first. Erusea deployed an automatic intercept system with drones. Osea implemented long-range attacks to bypass them. So Erusea decided to sabotage Osea's communications and navigation technology. Erusea couldn't launch a satellite themselves, but they were still able to hack the software of the Osean transmission and navigation systems. Before Osea even noticed, half of their satellites were hijacked. That's when things got ugly. In an attempt to knock out each other's capabilities, both forces launched fighters loaded with anti-satellite missiles at the same time. Only military satellites were targeted. However, their destruction created a debris field in orbit, which wiped out scores of other satellites, both private and government-owned. What kept the world relatively sane up to that point had been free-flowing data and information. But now, those were gone. All that remained was chaos and confusion. Government and civilian broadcasts and transmissions were cut off. The flow of information had ceased. Forces on both sides of the conflict now found themselves unable to communicate with their superiors. Many of the smaller countries annexed by Erusea and yearning for their independence seized the opportunity and started their own uprisings. As for why some of Osea's military decided to break off from the main force and continue on their own, I have no idea. Perhaps there was some sort of dispute over the chain of command. The continent that had once seen wars that were only fought between Osea and Erusea was now full of numerous conflicts between rival leaders vying for power. Insurgencies were everywhere. I even heard a rumor that a group of Osean convicts had rebelled. Rumors. It never ceased to amaze me that even at a crazy time like this, something as trivial as a rumor could find its way here. Communications from corporate were cut off. Apparently, the entire computer network was down. It was a wise decision to make our drones autonomous with AI instead of being radio-controlled. Wise and forward-thinking. Even with their GPS offline, they can still use their sensors to navigate as long as they're working properly. I'm sure the drones are still working perfectly, following their mission orders to the letter. I wish I could upload Mihai's new data to them. But without a connection, I can't upload the software to the active drones. The new ones we're making, though, there should still be enough time to upgrade those before they're activated. I'll be taking the data I've acquired away from the front lines now. Oh, and I'll be taking the girls, too. I told my assistant, Masa, it was time to get Mihai's granddaughters ready to leave here. She's not much older than the girls, but she has a way about her, and I'm sure she won't have any trouble with them. I saw a plane flying off in the distance. I imagine it was looking for a safer place. The plane had a rose emblem on it.
Erusea's communication networks have been down since their satellites were destroyed. Unfortunately, we are experiencing trouble too. All of Erusea has been affected, and we don't know when things will be back up and running. We're not even sure if this is Erusea's doing. Still, we will follow the strategy that was originally planned and move on to the next operation after liberating Farbanti. Let's get to it. Since the war began, we've been receiving communications in secret from an officer in the Erusean army.
With the capital under our control, Erusea's radical element is losing support quickly, affecting the balance of power.
HQ is thinking of using the military officer as a way to gain leverage to settle peace negotiations. The officer is currently hiding in the outskirts of Anchorhead Bay, having joined up with support dispatched from the Osean army. The plan is that they'll take a standard vehicle to a rendezvous point at a harbor in the east part of the city, where a helicopter will be waiting.
I would like the new Strider Squadron to provide escort for the officer. Cyclops will remain at the base on standby to serve as defense.
With the communication network currently down in the capital, I very much doubt Erusea will be able to mount a regimented counterattack. However, it is likely that Erusea's intelligence department and the remaining forces who are aware of the officer's movements will interfere. Keep a close eye on the officer and make sure he stays safe. Our victory in Farbanti has given us a golden opportunity to finally end this war. Be safe out there.
Take note that our satellite-based IFF has become unreliable following the recent communications failure. As such, target ID will be done by processing the images from the infrared cameras on your aircraft. Objects will initially appear as unknown on your HUDs, but will be ID'd once you close in on them for a set period of time.
Strider Squadron, you're cleared to taxi.
To the unidentified Osean craft, this is Captain Carl of the Osean Army. Are you here for the escort? You're not the squadron I was expecting. Are you really friendlies? Over.
This is Longcaster. Airborne warning and control system for the Osean Long-Range Strategic Strike Group. Captain Carl, they're on our side.
And those two pilots we've heard about must be here too.
Okay, I hope you're right. Longcaster, are all of these really unknowns?
It's a state of civil war. The Erusian army is fighting itself. There's no guarantee the Oseans won't shoot us in this confusion.
We'll image process the unknowns caught in your cams to identify friend or foe. The process will be faster if you get a close-up, well-centered image.
Meanwhile, just run if they shoot us, right?
Affirmative. Always identify your target before you fire.
Something I'll never get used to. But tonight has been a total shock. The city is martial law, gunfire and the roar of jets echoing through the streets.
ID'd as Osean forces.
Caution.
This is AWACS for the LRSSG.
Our info has been updated.
Give me Strider Squadron's IDs.
Caution.
And hand me that sandwich. Strider 1, Fox 2.
Understand that.
Entering the Anchorhead Bay area. Buildings will block your line of sight. Make sure to keep track of your objective.
How this war ends depends on this mission. I'm counting on you.
Understood.
Really? You were the ones on the radio. We don't know our location. Give us orders.
We have no orders, but we do have ID data. Check your TAC terminal. Strider Squadron, identify the unknowns along the route.
Target locked.
Vehicle confirmed destroyed.
You guys have opened the trial to war, leading our country even further into ruin.
Strider 1, target acquired.
Get them before they get us.
It's Erusian.
They aren't responding aggressively.
General, if they're conservatives, they'll listen to us. The negotiations were a success, Lancaster. They've opened up a path for us. The more the merrier.
Which faction is the head of our organization? We need to know at once.
We can't see the tops of the roofs from down here. Be on the lookout for enemy ambushes. We made it through the Anchorhead Bay area. We're heading along Highway 208 under the bridge. We're taking the coastal highway at the next ramp.
All right.
The use of drones makes war more palatable. Why don't people realize this?
Missile.
There's a strict curfew, but people gather in bars and other places to learn what's going on.
Its ID is Erusian.
Caution. Caution. Pull up. Caution. Missile. Missile.
General, managed to get
Missile.
Those are protecting down the bars of the real Patriot. Onward!
Missile. Missile.
There's a vehicle up ahead. It's gonna ask us to pay a toll. Get closer and find out if it's an enemy vehicle.
We'll go. Let's go.
We archived all the footage that we've shot for when the communication networks come back online. There's a vehicle blocking the road.
Locked on target.
No response to heinous. Some radicals.
Missile.
Chaffin flares are running low.
Signs of the Cold War at the beginning of this war are now gone.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Strider 3, Fox 2.
Missile.
Nice work. That takes care of that one. We're heading for the highway. Thanks to you. Got out of paying that toll.
I'll wait before firing. Bail out now. Fields 1, stop. Check your IFS. It's a friendly. I know what I'm doing.
What? We're taking fire from our own allies. Is this place under rebellion too?
We're almost at landfill number 7. If we can make it through, we'll be in arm's reach of the rendezvous at Schroeder Park. Captain Carl, do you have the means to record this conversation? I wish to explain to you the situation inside Erusea. I'm sure the boys listening upstairs will record it. The open declaration of war, expanding the front lines, was all the work of the young Erusian officers. They were referred to as the Radicals, but there was an unseen force guiding them. It was technology they borrowed from the Belgians. They actually went to war. The performance of the attack drones exceeded their wildest dreams. And they were incredibly clean, which got public opinion and the opportunists within the military on their side. They even manipulated the princess. Belgian technology advanced UAV research within the Erusian Flight Test Center by at least 10 years. They used the flight data from a former ace pilot to create drone AI. To us, it's no different than magic or alchemy. Airplanes are meant to be flown by human beings. For those of you listening in, am I wrong? We're heading towards Schroeder Park. Rendezvous point is the helipad on this man-made island. Ditch the car and take the helicopter from there.
Missile. Missile.
There are rumors of a military group calling itself the Free Erusians. An unknown is blocking our scheduled route.
Ammunition 0.
No response.
Missile. Missile.
Thanks. We would have been toast.
I see scratches on their tails. They're that convict squadron.
Missile.
Schrader, missile incoming!
Missile.
We're the only ones here on our side!
Captain Carl, we have a new rendezvous point. New coordinates are as follows. 263 Tango 4, 1999 Delta Lima. Rescue team says hostiles are making the area too dangerous.
Well, yeah. They don't know where is safe.
Fields 2 to Leo Squad. Friendly hello in front. I'm a patriot and my duty is calling. Nice work, Leo 2. That's a confirmed kill. You are a true patriot. Taking fire from a friendly group.
Our Capital's fall has led to another power struggle with the Erusian military.
It's all gone to hell. Even radio chatters about the civil wars. Radio? You have one in your cockpit?
We're about to cross Anchor Bridge. There'll be nowhere to hide.
That was something.
The bridge is being blocked off by a tank. This isn't good.
Yeah, ever since my previous squadron.
An armored vehicle is behind us. It's a vehicle used by the Erusian forces. Take it out!
Trigger, our VIP is in trouble. Clear the way for him.
We're taking fire! Take care of them!
Damn it! We're outnumbered. There were too many conservatives in the Air Force that hated the drones.
We've been told!
Pull up. Caution. Pull up.
Captain Detroit, fire!
I'm hit! Get this guy off my back!
Caution. Pull up.
I didn't think we were gonna make it, but you saved us. Thanks. We're taking fire from vehicles blocking our path!
Missile.
Osean forces at landfill number 4. Firing on our VIP. We're uploading the latest ID data. Check your TAC terminal.
We've almost reached the container area. Watch out for enemy ambushes. Understood. Thanks for the help. I don't think we could have survived a few more shots like that.
Missile.
General, still have drones at our disposal.
Missile.
Please, watch over the future we build from the high heavens.
Strutter 1, missile launched. Target destroyed. The General's vehicle is under attack.
Missile. Missile.
But in the end, Pelican technology only brought chaos to the world.
I can't believe Erusea is responsible for Harling's assassination.
You talking politics? That's new.
Can't ignore a story like that, right, Trigger?
This one's mine.
Bad news. Hostile armored forces outside of the tunnel. I'm thinking that we should go say hi before they ruin the General's day.
If the drone is acting suspiciously, shoot it down.
Lock on!
The general's a local celebrity who seems everyone wants to meet him.
Lock on! Lock on!
This is one of ours.
Shooting up there. Aren't they both around you last, Longcaster? We've been briefed and we're here to help.
Missile.
Listen
Missile.
away.
We were nearly done for. I couldn't have asked for better timing.
The drones are receiving my orders. Glad to see the Oseans attacking the radicals.
Missile.
We've reached the industrial zone. This should be the new rendezvous. Coordinates are up ahead. Take out any enemies in the surrounding area.
Wilco.
Destroying aircraft is getting marked on the camp.
Officers from countries annexed by Erusea have taken multiple groups and declared independence.
Kindly wait. Don't worry. We won't let anybody through after you. Roger.
Almost at the rendezvous, with the rear to the others. Understood.
The radicals truly believe boosting drone productions will make up for our losses. They shouldn't be taking responsibility for the capital's fall. Instead, they're prolonging the war. That's why proper conservatives like myself are moving to regain control. If all goes well, we should be able to sign a truce with Osea quickly.
Spider 1, hostile has a lock.
We've reached the rendezvous point. There's the chopper, too.
Who do we turn to in this darkest hour? We need a beacon of light to show us the way. This is the Erusea News Network.
Okay, let's go. Getting out of here. I've had just about enough of this place. I'd like to offer my thanks to the LRSSG. This should finally bring about a true end to the war.
Understood. Good luck. Multiple unidentified aircraft approaching.
This plane is carrying civilians. We have escort fighters, but we do not intend to engage in combat. Please stand down. This plane is carrying civilians. We have escort fighters, but we do not intend to engage in combat. Please stand down.
What's going on?
Try to get a little closer. Weapon use is prohibited.
What's going on? Dr. Schroeder!
Whoa, whoa. There's a girl on board?
He's not lying about carrying civilians.
No. Unless she's a soldier.
Weapon use is prohibited. We've checked footage. It does seem to be a transport with escorts.
I repeat, this craft is carrying civilians. We are not here to fight. Dr. Schroeder, tell me what's happening.
I'm sure I don't need to remind you, but do not attack the civilian liaison.
That's the aircraft my grandfather told me about. The one with the scratches. There it is. The EASA liaison plane. They engage in witchcraft with Belkin technology. They're responsible for leading the military down the wrong path.
Wait, unknown's attacking the girl's plane.
I'm contacted.
Longcaster, permission to engage.
Negative.
What?
It could be Osean fighters. ID them ASAP.
Shit. That's all we can do.
ID complete. They're Erusea fighters. What the hell is going on?
Stay sharp.
Uh-huh.
Right, I'm shooting him down. Any complaints?
Granted.
Wilco.
Welcome.
How dare you interfere? I'm here to deal with that traitor.
One has killed a bandit.
Careful, those guys are good. Wait, you don't think it's those Osean big shots, do you? I managed to catch a glimpse of the 3 strikes.
Don't miss. Aim carefully.
Mine.
No good. Shit. I'm taking fire, but I can fly.
I'm not landing. Watch 2. Enemy on your back.
Missile. Missile.
They're in my way.
Missile. Missile.
There's fire. Evading.
Target's not struck.
That only frees me up. Continue with combat.
Bandit destroyed. Well done.
Watch it. Enemy has a lock on you.
Missile.
Nice kill.
Good work. All hostile aircraft eliminated. The liaison is safe. Wait.
The escort fighter is... the drive. They're missing the drive.
What the hell? You gotta be kidding me. Liaison escort has a radar lock. They're targeting you guys.
What the hell? We were just helping them.
Erusian aircraft, this is AWACS Longcaster. Do not engage the liaison. Break off now.
Can you hear me on this channel, Osean craft? Those escort aircraft are drones. They are currently being operated autonomously. They are not being controlled by anyone. They are flying on their own volition.
What?
In that case, we have no choice but to shoot the aircraft down.
Yes.
Missile. Missile.
We did what we could.
Missile.
Weapons free. We're cleared to attack the escort.
Wilco. Understood.
Wilco.
Hey, it's not our fault that we're missing a reason. Why build something like that? Whoever did is the king of all dumbasses.
To build something else entirely.
Alert. Alert.
Report the MQ-99 launch. Our commands are overridden.
Roger.
Must be access more remotely. Is behind this.
Additional hostiles inbound. Great timing.
Son of a bitch.
Our drones headed this way. No. The escort must have used its remote activation rights to gain more allies.
Missile away.
Missile.
Machine gun range. Watch it. Enemy has a lock on you.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Target's not struck.
Missile.
Enemy on my tail.
Missile.
Target acquired.
Missile. Missile.
bandits left.
It's not enough to be pretty functional.
3 bandits to go.
There has to be a time when it should not function. But when? They are after the data on
2 bandits left. Show them what you got. One bandit to go. Fox 2.
Strider 1, that's what I like to see. Another story to tell my boy.
Understood. All hostiles have been eliminated. Nice. The General's helicopter is flying safely outside Anchorhead Bay. All aircraft, RTB, mission complete.
All hostiles, huh?
General, the Osean aircraft is here to pick us up. The approaching Osean aircraft.
Losing his army? Elaborate. They stole our sealed orders. It should be a piece of cake.
Were you sent by the General's staff office? No, we'd like you to send... No, I can't!
There are 3 scratches.
What does that mean?
The tail of that plane.
In order to respond to the attack on the base, Cyclops has scrambled after being on standby. We'll head up too, once our planes are ready. Oh, and Labarth is dead.
What did you say?
Apparently, he was shot down by another Osean aircraft after he left the area of operations. I mean, I know it was chaos, but still. At any rate, the sealed order operation has come to a close. We have no idea about a plan for going forward.
All we can do for now is watch our own backs.
What's up with the commander?
He's staying in his room. He's still alive, since we can hear him crying.